Welcome to a day in the chaotic life of someone who is trying to still run their professional service business while getting ready to emigrate and while just generally doing things that people do. So I thought that I'm going to give you an update where we're at, what we're doing, while doing a bit of showing you the realities of what my life looks like right now. So to emphasize the chaos, this is the view that people got in my morning meeting that I thought would be half an hour, but continued for 2 hours, as it does, which is fine. But just to show the chaos, my hair is still wet. And I had to ensure that what people see in my meeting is semi-professional. So typically this is what they were seeing, but I'm going to show you the reality of what it looks like in here. Right, here we've got the one side of my desk. That is all the things I'm sorting to sell. We've got Mufasa sleeping over there. We've got some random items that still need to be sorted out over there. My tripod, lots of papers and things on this side. And then if we go to the floor looks wild. Yeah, chaos in here. Anyway, so while it is looking chaotic, I feel like I am making progress. So some of these piles are things that are already have buyers for and that I'm selling. Some of the piles that I need to figure out recycling or just throwing it away. All right, I'm feeling a little bit all over the place. I'm getting work emails between filming this. I'm trying to upload another YouTube video. And while I have a very long to-do list and we have to go to the shops to buy some stuff, I think the best place to just make everything feel a little bit more calm is to do a quick cleanup of this room. Just to make it look a little bit less chaotic. So let's do that. Okay, and so we learn. So I just filmed the clearing up, but on my phone. And I received a call shortly into that. So the footage is like really, really short relative to the sorting that it is. So in future, I'll be filming that with the GoPro instead of with my phone to prevent that from happening. But anyway, let me show you. It's looking a little better in here. It's still looking chaotic, but it's looking a lot better. This side of the desk, you may remember what it looks like. The bed looks worse because I just piled some stuff that people are coming to purchase. And there's nothing. This side still has some stuff, but it's relatively clear. And then we go down to the floor. See, the floor is like very much empty relative to what it was. And my fuss is, okay, wanting to get out the box. That is my new donate box.
Oh, you got my thumb. Is that the kid's rifle?
From now on, I will be filming my time lapses on our GoPro. That it can actually get some use in this process. How do we turn you off? Not like that. That's how you record. So the POA is we're now going to go to the shop because tomorrow is Ian's 30th birthday and we're hosting some people. So we need to buy a bunch of stuff for that. I still need to edit my YouTube video for that to go up today. And then I specifically want to sign up for the pre-landing services today, as well as try to sell things like my drill and other tools that I don't envision that I'm going to use until we go. I don't think I'm going to need a drill or a sander or any of those power tools really. So I think today's the day I want to maybe sell my power tools. And what else is on my to-do list? I'm a physical list kind of person because I scribble it down as I think about it. So I've got some work things that need to get done. Importantly, I want to email the university because one of my graduations was in a time where they weren't physically doing anything. So I don't physically have that degree. I only have an electronic copy and people are saying you need your physical degrees for immigration, like when you land. So I'm going to email the university to ask if they will be willing to print my degree for me on that. I think they're on special paper. And then for next week, I want to plan a day where I'm going to go through to Stellenbosch to do home affairs stuff because I've been waiting, give or take 2 years now for 2 years? Almost 2 years. For my birth certificate that I applied for that clearly my application is lost. So I need to figure out whether they will be able to get me my birth certificate in time. I only have a copy of that. I don't have the original anywhere, as well as buy updated labor law books to take with me, because I'm going to struggle to buy labor law books in Canada for South Africa. And then hopefully the university can print my degree so I can pick that up. So actually, before we go to the shop, I'm going to email the university to ask if they can print that for me so that I can pick that up. Maybe Monday can be my go to Stellenbosch day. I titled this book, Our Future. So an important thing that I actually did this week, so I wanted to recap that I have done quite a few things this week, today's Friday, is that I placed a South African order for things that we need to travel. So I'll show you that when it gets here, but specifically it's around things like air tags for our bags. So I don't think we'll be taking out insurance for our bags, but also an air tag for the cat, as well as the bags that we'll be using as our second luggage, because you can take 2 pieces and we only own 1 suitcases, as well as Canadian plugs to be able to use our electronics through the process until we get Canadian replacements for them. Then yesterday, I made a lot of headway with our Amazon cart of things that I want to order to a friend to arrive before we get there so that we have them on arrival to assist with the landing to make that a little bit more smooth for us. Prior to this, I've never really used Amazon before, and I kind of expected that it was going to be like the South African Take-A-Lot, but it is quite a different experience. So I was like overwhelmed by the amount of choices, but also the amount of things that I need to consider, because here it's just like kind of like, is it in stock, yes or no, and then you place the order. Like pretty much all of them have the same return type policies, like where Amazon is quite different. So I'm learning to navigate that. So I cannot stress that took a lot longer than I thought it would take. Also, I've been sorting out my office, which is why it looked so chaotic at the beginning of this video. I have sold a couple of things that used to have things inside of them, which is why they're lying all over the place, but that's amazing because that forces me to look at them and do them. And I want to be able to organize this whole area so that I can tackle what is in the cupboards. I've been making a packing list. We have a spreadsheet on Excel of things that's going to go in our suitcase, things we potentially want to ship, things that's going to go in our hand luggage, and all of the documentation that needs to go in our file. I have set up a meeting with my accountant so that I can discuss the tax implications, business implications, selling of assets, the fact that my business is registered to this home that I currently live in, and what we need to do to ensure that I can continue to operate my business if it is maybe not registered to this premises anymore, and just have a conversation around that. So I'm going to be sorting out potentially today, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday, maybe on Monday, depending on when I get an opportunity, all the questions and things that I want to discuss with my accountant. Then I did quite a lot of information gathering on electronics. So what electronics will work, given that my understanding is the voltages differ from South Africa to Canada. So Canada has lower voltages. So I've literally been physically checking my camera charger, my laptop charger. Those are the 2 important ones, I guess, that I need to be able to charge. On the other side, I don't really think I'll be taking any other electronics. So I need to decide, do I need one of those drop down converter things, the things that make the amount of voltage correct. I'm so sorry. It's embarrassing when I try to speak electronic language. It's not my forte, but I was just trying to get an understanding, as well as I got some assistance from our Discord group. So we have a Discord group and a WhatsApp group of a bunch of people who were more or less in the same scenario as we were, where we got picked quite a long time ago and just have been living in limbo. And since then, all of us have been communicating, helping each other. A lot of them have landed already. Thankfully, 2 of the people on there shared with me the exact sort of replacements that I can get for my camera charger as well as my laptop charger, so that I don't have to replace the whole thing, but I just replace the bottom cable. So helpful to have like a bit of a community around something like a move. Then I said in my previous video that we were deciding what's going to happen with this apartment. Well, it's mostly my mom's decision, but I mean, I weigh in. I don't make it. I just give some opinions. Anyway, a decision has been made that for the time being, this apartment will be rented out after we leave. And therefore, the difference between that and a sale, from what I could understand and gather what they told me when the people came to view it. So we had that meeting where the rental person came to view it and the potential selling person came to view it, and they gave their opinions. The rental person said that she wants less things in here. So I'll essentially sell more things because of the decision for it to be rented out, rather than for it to be sold, which is fine. It's a little bit more effort, but obviously that means more money to go towards our move and repurchasing everything on the other side. Then the last one, I am having more client discussions. Specifically yesterday, I had quite a long chat with one of my clients around discussions on what are we going to do through the move? How's that going to work? What works for both of us? Brainstorming around, futures of their businesses and my business and all of that stuff. So some of that stuff with clients has been finalized, but some of it is still up in the air and we're figuring it out. And I'm very flexible with that, but it does mean that I need to put time and energy into sending proposals after we have certain discussions and also reflecting on, is this what I want? Is this going to work for me? And can I still meet their needs without putting too much pressure on myself given the massive time zone difference? And then the last thing, I guess, just in terms of personal life is Ian's birthday is tomorrow, which is why we're going to go to the shops and just buy all the things we need to host. And we need to make sure that our place does not look like a storage unit when all of the people come tomorrow. So I also wanted to make space in here so that we can move some of the lounge stuff to here to be able to host people, go grocery shopping, to be able to make food. Very South African thing, hosting people in your house. I think it's very South African. And then also you'll probably see this when I do my Stellenbosch day, but I have been, just in terms of getting my physical state and all of that ready, I've been going to a physio who also does Pilates for some one-on-one sessions so that I can do online workout and movement things, but ensure that I'm moving in a way that is beneficial to my body. So I just kind of went for an assessment and a bit of guidance on using the right muscles because I had some pain in my piriformis area. And I'm going to be picking up a lot of boxes and doing a lot of things. So as I journey to Canada and want to be moving, but I will probably be doing that online, I just wanted to kind of take advantage of the services that we have here and do a couple of one-on-one sessions before we go. So a little personal update. Alrighty, it is 1:30. We are now going to quickly go to the shops, maybe have a little bit of lunch in a coffee shop, because also in between all this move, Ian and I are just chatting about also being a couple and not just being people who are doing business and admin, financial meetings. Like, so many of our discussions are currently around moving, and this is very important to have. It's very important for us to both be on the same page, but we've also decided that we're going to go on coffee dates just to ensure that we take time to be a couple in amidst this chaotic process. So since we anyway have to buy fresh bread, I did make a vlog on where we go to buy fresh bread that one time, which is like my second vlog ever. We're going to go there, maybe eat something, have a cup of coffee, just sit down, breathe, check in with each other, spend some time with each other, buy some groceries. Okay, and we are back home from our grocery run. I have several emails to get to, and I'm probably going to log onto a call with my mom now to discuss, squeaky chair, to discuss what is going to happen to this apartment when we leave. So the decision has been made to rent it out, like I said earlier, but there's just some few things to discuss, like what are we going to keep here, how the logistics of it going to work, when are they going to take photos, given that it looks like storage unit at the moment. And then I phoned the university to check about my degree because I forgot to email them before we went on our road trip, and they said that I can just go there on Monday to the admin building at the university and just pay for a printout. So that's good. I will then plan my Stellenbosch day to get all of the things done in Stellenbosch, or at least attempt to, because I think home affairs is not going to be sorted in one trip, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to log on to a call with my mom now. That was not my intention, but it is already almost 6:30 in the evening. I just finished uploading my YouTube video, so I'm very excited about that, but obviously everything takes a little bit longer than you plan for. And I had a longer chat with my mom just about this place, talking about what we're going to keep, what we're going to sell, changed into some comfy pants. And the important thing on my to-do list that I have not yet done is I have not registered for our pre-landing services. So I think I'm going to try to that now, depending on how much it entails. I'm not really sure how much it's going to entail, but I'm hoping not a lot, so that I can get that done and have some supper. I did have somebody come and pick up things that they're purchasing from me, which helps to get the things out of our house. So it's little things, but little by little, we're making progress. I have a book somewhere here of the list of things that I'm selling and who's coming to pick it up when, who's paid me, and what method did they pay me. It's quite a lot in between everything else. So it's always nice when somebody does come and fetch their bundle so we can get it out. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to register us now for the pre-landing services, sort of services that Canada helps you with when you're going to move there, which is pretty awesome. So Ian and I have a WhatsApp group where I'm just going to get the link that I sent to him. Okay, we've got that up and going here. And then we want to go to Prepare to Live in Canada. I have linked this down below. And then they offer some services that are typically free, is my understanding, that we can sign up for and just get assistance. So let's see, this first one is Active Engagement and Integration Project. Offers service globally around information about living in Canada, education, healthcare, housing, transportation, needs assessment, referrals to community services. All right, let's click there and see what happens. Am I eligible? Watch our video. Pretty sure I am. Register for more. Our resources. Our workshops. Okay, let's just register. Start the questionnaire. Have you applied to immigrate to Canada? Yes, I have applied. Next. Are you currently living outside of Canada? Yes, I'm currently living outside of Canada. Have you received one of the following documents from IRCC? The IRCC invitation letter to obtain pre-arrival services. I don't know. A confirmation of permanent residence letter document. Yes. A passport request letter that indicates permanent resident visa issuance. I think so, yes. An IRCC, I think so, request that an applicant for permanent resident complete a medical examination. No, not really. A permanent resident visa pickup letter, a single entry permanent resident visa completed job application, none of the above. I think I want to go with the passport request one, because if they're going to ask me to upload it, our confirmation of permanent residence letter, I think, is quite a long one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'm just going to click the confirmation of permanent residence one and see you're eligible, proof of document with a client, whatever, view example. What you need to fill out in the registration form. Proof of document with client ID number, unique client identifier, and supporting documents. Please note, each family member should take the eligibility questions and will need to fill out. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn off the recording for this part because I'm probably gonna have to fill in a bunch of, I'm assuming, confidential information, and then I will check in with you when I'm done. So the registration is done. This red light that's under here, that's in the video, sorry I didn't explain that. That's because I'm cold, and I don't know if you can hear my heater, but I'm cold. So I've done the registration for the specific pre-landing services. I did them in my name. It appears that Ian and I should do separate ones, so I've just sent through the details to him to do it. I'm the principal applicant, and I ended up using the letter that we got to say, come drop off your passports at the visa office, so hopefully that is sufficient. And then I think Ian is going to have to use the medical request because his name is not on that passport request letter. So let's just see, he's going to do that as well. And then I received an email shortly after finishing up the application to say that they've received it and to give 2 to 6 business days for approval. Hopefully it gets approved and I used the right document. It is 7 p.m. I ticked a whole bunch of things off of my to-do list for immigration today and work and general stuff for Ian's birthday, but I am quite tired, so I'm going to end off this video. Thank you for joining me in a little bit of a day in the life of sorting out admin, my business, uploading YouTube videos. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any questions, and then I will see you on Monday when we go to Stellenbosch to sort out all of those things. I think I'm going to do that on Monday. See you then.